Well, Gaffer, before we look at the Cork game on Friday, I suppose we should reflect on what's been a great World Cup campaign for England that ultimately ended in heartbreak.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I think everyone will feel the same. Overview, done brilliantly. Just that desire when it's right in front of you to sort of, you always get that feeling, oh, if it would have just been. But you have to reflect and say, overall, fantastic. I think Gareth, who I support, I think he's doing a great job. I think he sent out brilliant messages before the tournament just to keep everyone. Personally, the first time I've been into a tournament as an England fan, with it being just a little bit more reality bound, let's say. He said, look, this tournament's important, but we're actually looking at how these young players mature from this tournament into the future. And I thought the people bought into that. Then they deliver performances, so they buy in even more. Then the feel-good factor comes of what if they buy in even more. We've all seen the scenes around the country. And then all of a sudden there's like, hopefully anyway, a rebirthing of people's thoughts on English football. And go, hang on a minute, we sometimes forget there's some great players out there. You've got good people who care about the country's football. And I think there was a good show of that. And once the public can connect with that, then that makes for a powerful force. So let's just hope that it's a start point and we build and build and build from here.
We watched the game in Cork with, strangely, 95% of Irish Croatians, which I never quite understood. But we were trying to imagine what the scenes were like with you guys watching on the big screen when Trippier bends in that free kick.
Yeah, the lads were delighted. I mean, we still, not everyone knows him here, but there's still a good group of people who know him, and some played with him, of course. And fantastic. I've been keeping in touch with Trips and Popey, via text and stuff over the tournament. But he's had a great tournament, and I'm sure every Burnley fan will be proud that he's one of the Burnley players or ex-Burnley players, and proud of Popey for being there. And it's a shame for Tom because he was so close. Could have maybe got there as well, but. No, going back to that, I mean, for Trips, fantastic tournament. I thought he's done extremely well in amongst a group that have done very well, of course.
His first goal for Burnley was a free kick against MK Dons, and there were comparisons.
To be honest, I was talking to Tom Heaton about it, and we were constantly encouraging him about free kicks, and he was always a bit wary of whether he should or he shouldn't. And he seems to have got braver with that. He's got unbelievable delivery, and we were trying to mould that into a free kick scenario and a set-piece scenario. And I think he's, year on year, he believes more in what a good player he is, and it certainly looked like it last night. There's no fear now. Give me the ball, I want to take it. And he delivered. It's just a shame it wasn't a winning goal, of course.
Absolutely. Last word on that. He's one of only 3 England players now to score in a World Cup semi-final: Bobby Charlton, Gary Lineker, and Kieran Trippier. It's not a bad club.
Well, look, do you know what? Funny enough, I texted that to him last night. Because I had the same thought, not the numbers you understand of who scored what, but I said, not many players have scored in a World Cup semi-final trip. So I said, I know you'd be disappointed, but there'll be a time when you look back and you might go, that's a pretty powerful thing.
You'll get one back saying UTC, you know that.
Of course, always.
On to tomorrow night, Cork City. I know it'll be a mixed team for you guys. You'll mix the guys up, won't you, for the first one?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no one we hope will have to play 90. We've got enough players for not for that to happen. We've got another training session today, and we'll still work reasonably hard. Light session in the morning, but if the numbers are good, then probably the most anyone will play is maybe 60 minutes, but most will play 45. And it's not, it's more common sense now. It's just about getting them that competitive feel of a game. So we'll look at that and use it wisely, and then build on that next week.
Anyone likely not to be involved tomorrow?
Hopefully not. Stephen Defoe's got a niggly calf, so we're being careful with that one. I think everyone else should. Maybe Robbie, we'll have to be careful with Robbie, just common sensically. He's home really well, by the way. But, it's still early in his progress. He is training with the team, though. That's really good, and he's enjoying that. But they're probably the only two we'll be careful with. Everyone else should play some form of football tomorrow. And
you've got the young lads out with you. You've got Ed O'Neill, who has become a regular, Dan Adjie, but Jimmy Dunn this year is with you, and Dwight McNeil, of course.
Yeah, all done well. Dwight differently done well in-house, but the lads went out on loan and done really well. We want to make sure, especially in pre-season, we always find time for the young players to come with us, get a feel of it. Now, we'll see what happens next before the window shuts, but they're certainly with us on merit at the moment. Jimmy did brilliant on loan. Dan's someone who we're always wanting more from, always showing signs. Aidan, very steady player for a young player, very mature player. And Dwight, of course, got a little squeeze at the end of last season. And we like what Dwight's doing. He's worked really hard this pre-season, looking really fit as the others have. So it's good that they're with us as well.
It all starts tomorrow. Just finally, you've had to crunch your pre-season a little bit because of the Aberdeen thing, but you also got a couple of games next week where the lads will probably get more time, will they? Yeah,
that's right. We'll build on it next week. We've had to bring the games forward, or the games programme, if you like, not the games, but mixed games on a Tuesday at the training ground just for full fitness, and then on the Friday going into the Preston game and then on to the real game. So, we've had to condense that run of games to make sure they've got good football in their legs as well.